transferred to. But for Manu's problem, you understand it's a new gameplay, and some of these players do not know this gameplay. And if you watched the interview of Ruben Amorim, Manchester United's coach, you will notice that he has a gameplay in hand, and the gameplay, if you're not able to adapt to that gameplay, I'm sorry, there will be no time for you to play in
So
this team.
is the gameplay? Is it the gameplay that's the problem? Because life of Elenga was played under Eric Ten Hag, and Eric Ten Hag did not bring the same pattern of play that Ruben Amorim brought. What can you say? Is it the same pattern that? Is it the same gameplay that affected Elenga when he was in Manchester United?
Well, right from time immemorial, Manu has a fundamental problem that I feel affects the mentality of every player that comes to play in Manchester United.
Okay.
In such a way that you are being pressured, and when you're pressured, you can't play what you want. You can't play what you feel to your form. Manchester United is a team that you must play what Manchester United wants.
Oh.
You do not play what you yourself can play. Manchester United wants you to perform to their best. And in a situation like that, all the players will now be pressured on hot seat, wanting to play their best or wanting to play what the team wants them to play.
Okay.
To avoid error of other things. So some of these players that are going outside and playing top football,
okay,
from my own view, they are playing what they can play, what they know how to play. But Manchester United is not a team of what you know how to play. It's what the team wants you to play.
What the team wants you to play.
That's where most of all these players.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Wants you to play. So most of all these players, Manchester United is a very big team. It's a world-class team that anybody that comes to Manchester United wants to show themselves approved. And how do they show themselves approved? Is by following the instructions of the coaches.
Oh, that's...
You should check it. Position Elanga is playing now wasn't the position Elanga was playing while he was in Manchester United.
Wow.
So all these things need to be looked at and be put in place. So you will not blame some of them that are going outside to perform to their fullest. Manchester United is a big team, and when you're in a team that expects 100 from you, you end up not playing 100 because you feel any small thing you do, you'll be criticized about it. So that's my own take as regards it.
Okay, but the coach said, Ruben Amorim said that the players that he's happy for them. But the point there that I want us to talk about, he said he's happy for them so that but at the end of the season, it will be easy for Manchester United to sell those players for those clubs and get more money. Is that statement, that line over there, is it okay? But may I feel like those players needs to come back and take up their position and give them playing time. But he's saying that their performance in the other club has really helped Manchester United in order for Manchester United to put them in market and get money from them to get a new player. Is that word okay? Is that decision okay?
Well, for me, that statement he made is a very vague statement. It's not a straight statement in the sense that, number one, he's trying to increase their market value.
Yes.
For other clubs that might intend on wanting to buy these players. And also at the same time, this is an avenue for Manchester United to access these players. Maybe he must have said that in the interview that all these players that are performing well, they're going to sell them. But I can bet you that there are some players that perform well and are playing according to or are playing the style of Amorim's game. I can bet you Manchester United will withdraw and bring back some of these players. But at the time, he doesn't want you to know, and he doesn't want the other teams they are playing for to know. It's more like a market strategy.
Okay.
So that other teams that they are playing for want them to these players to play to their peak. So at the end of the day, they buy them. But it's football for you.
Okay.
It all matters on how well you play. It doesn't matter whether you're being loaned or you're transfer.
Okay.
And you can always buy them back.
Okay.
So
but among all the players,
even if they are
a quick one, among all the players, which of the player do you think it's good for Manchester United to retain? Among all the players have gone on loan, tell me your preferred players.
This football of the thing has to do with fitness and consistency.
Okay.
And from the players that have been taken out on loan, for me, I feel some of the players that are still on the radar of Manchester United. One, we still have Rashford.
Okay.
Rashford is still quite a prominent star that Man U can always call back, bring back their buy clause, bring him back to the club. Man U, who again?
Anthony.
This player in Real Betis, Anthony. Anthony. Anthony's consistency. Anthony is not consistent.
But he has been, for the little while, he has been consistent in Real Betis.
Well, yes, no doubt he has been consistent for Real Betis. But how long is that consistency going to last?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question. And people say, and you also see it, and I also see that Premier League is a different gameplay than this other league, Spanish league, Italian league. So Man U is looking for a player that has that consistency no matter the pressure they are on. And for me, one of the players that I see Manchester United getting is Rashford. Another player, yes, Rashford. And another player too, I see Manchester United, but it's really skeptical, is Sancho.
Okay.
Really, really skeptical because Sancho, he's on, he's off, he's on, he's off, which is not meant to be.
And do you think Sancho can actually work with everything that has happened, what he has posted on his page, talking about when Rashford left, telling him, sending those messages? Do you think Ruben Amorim will want to work with a player like that?
We all know that's just social media scandal.
Okay.
Yeah, we all know that scandal. If they are talking about their future here, they will not want to jeopardize their future with whatever social media scandal they have. I know Sancho still has a party still in Manchester United. So, and another problem that was there for Sancho was Ten Hag.
Okay.
Ten Hag never gave Sancho opportunity to play his wing and position very well.
That's right.
We all know.
That you're right. You're right.
Sancho, right from the days of Dortmund, you know the kind of player he is. The player that is ready to push. Even when he was still loaned. You know, while Sancho was in Manchester, they loaned him to Chelsea. They had earlier loaned him to Dortmund, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Ten Hag loaned him twice.
Sorry, come again.
He loaned him twice. He was on a loan twice. So yes. Chelsea is the second one. The other one, he said he signed him for a training or something. They had to for long.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So, as the player has potential, and Ruben Amorim's gameplay is a gameplay that needs people like Sancho.
Okay.
Players think outside the box. Sancho is a player that thinks outside the box. But some players that I also see that do not have any future left in Manchester United. We have players like Raphael Varane.
Okay.
I don't see him back after his free transfer. Tyrell Malaysia. I haven't really seen an impact in Tyrell Malaysia because he's been loaned to PSV.
Yes.
I do not really see any potential of him coming back. So the only player I see or I feel that might come back to the Man U squad are two players.
Okay.
Sancho and Rashford. Those are the two players I see coming back.
Okay, if you talk of potential, what will you say about Luke Shaw? Because he has gone on the guy when he returned from injury, and before the break ended, he came back from injury. Now, before the break ended again, he has gone back on another injury leave. So, what did you think? What's the potential? What do you think? What's his future in Manchester United?
Well, Luke Shaw is a very big potential, but the only issue he has is an injury-prone player. An injury-prone player do not have the time to play the game to the fullest. If you want to check Luke Shaw's stats, he's a defender, and if you look at his stats, it's excellent. During games where he is on form to the fullest, his tackles, his one-on-one interceptions are quite good, but he's an injury-prone player, and injury-prone players are not given the chance and opportunity to play the 100 minutes or the 90 minutes because coaches are always scared of letting him not go on an injury. That's why if you check Luke Shaw's games, most of his games of recent, they don't allow him to play a complete 90 minutes.
Yeah, Luke Shaw.
Either they bring him first half or they bring him up second half. So Luke Shaw is a very good player. I also know that you also agree with me that Luke Shaw is a good player, but prone to injuries. And right now, we are not looking for players that are prone to injuries. We are trying to build up a squad that will push us far. And Luke Shaw is someone that I feel tracks us back because we can't keep on having players with injury all the time.
An injury because even the club itself is giving up on him. Giving up on him.
The club has, if not for the love we Manchester fans and the management have for Luke Shaw, I feel he's a player that would have been sold a long time ago. But we decided to give him a second chance over and over again. So nobody should feel bad if the club eventually sells him because he's a player of potential, but not giving us what we want. That's my own take on.